So every time you're coming to the end of a road and you're going to do a left turn, emerging out of a junction that is, you just need to be aware of, can you see on the right and left clearly? And if you can't see clearly, you need to be slowing down and giving way, because otherwise you're going to pull out and someone could be coming. Now bear in mind also, if there's a stop sign there and a white solid line, you've got to stop at the junction. No matter if you think it's clear, stop the car completely for a second or two while you're checking, because it's probably a dangerous junction. That's why they put a stop line on there, so it stops all the traffic so they have a good look. So we're taking my time because there's lots of parked cars. I'm going to do a left emerge at the end of the road. It's a bit difficult, there's parked cars right on the junction, so I'm going to definitely stop this harder. Centre mirror left, signalling, slow myself down. I can get back to my lane, but I can't see very well on the right, so I'm going to slow down for first gear. Straight into first, right, there's a car there, left's clear, right, I'm waiting for that white car, and the gap behind him, but the van's quite far back, so I'm going to go gas and biting point. So I tucked in quite nice there, because it wasn't a fast road, but I didn't have time to work out how fast that first car was going. So that's what you got to remember. If you're not too sure, you don't take the risk. You get better at your driving, get better at your judgment. So when you come to a junction at the end, you've got to say, I need to be clearly, I can see clearly on both sides. So you check into the right to make sure it's definitely clear. If you can't see because there's parked cars there, then you should be slowing down and stopping. If there's no parked cars there but cars are coming, then you've got to work out how fast they're approaching you. And if on the left there's parked cars on your side of the road, then you've got to look beyond them, see if anyone's going round the parked cars that are going to be in your way. Some are definitely difficult and you'll use first gear on them. And that's what you've got to keep reminding yourself is, don't be afraid to slow down more. It's like I'm going slow here for this junction. Can't really see what's going on. Mirrors to the left, signalling left. And I'm checking now on the right is a vehicle, so I'm slowing down to stop. Checking first gear at this point, right, left, right, gas, biting point, hold the clutch still and you'll go slow, lift the clutch off and you'll speed up, think like that. And then at the end of this road we're going to do a left emerge again. So it's a bit bumpy and I can see, well, there's the bush on the right and so it's blocking my view, so I'm going to class it as a closed junction. Centre mirror left and signalling. Closed junction means I'm going to stop and look, by the way. So get me positioning, still can't see, stopping for first gear, checking, and then I'm going. And that's what you've got to think like. I'm checking, I'm going. I don't want to fly out if I can't see. So when you're emerging left, final one on left emerge then, know the speed limit of the road you're going to go into, because if it's a higher speed, you want to have a bigger gap to get out. Which is obvious, isn't it? But if you're learning, you might not realise that. So we're in a 30 zone at the moment. It's a 30 road, but I've got a roundabout my far right. I know that's coming up. We're going to go left at the end of the road. So we're going to go centre mirror left, signalling, slowing down for second gear. Now I'm finding it difficult to see, so I'm slowing myself down, covering the brake, covering the clutch, pop it in first, checking, and I'm off. So I didn't really stop then, because when I looked, that white van was just come off the roundabout, but I had enough time to get out. So I used my first gear wisely then. And remember, when you're doing left turns and left emerges, just go slow at the beginning. Don't be afraid to ask questions with your instructor, just to make sure you understand what they're trying to get across to you. And enjoy the driving. And watch out for my next video next time. And if you're liking the video, give it a thumbs up. Take care everybody, see you next lesson.